Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Tyler, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man, all right. So here we go. It is Drip Feed Tuesday. We got a whole bunch of information coming out for you today. We have a new bonus event week. We have the new Terabyte. We have the new Mark II Oppressor. A whole bunch of information, okay? This video is in regard to the Mark II Oppressor. Everything you need to know about it, okay? The upgrades, performance, everything, okay? Whether or not you should even get this vehicle. Let's get right into it. So, the Oppressor Mark II. You can buy it now for $3,890,250 or a trade price for $2,925,000. If you want the Oppressor Mark II at the trade price, there's two things you have to do. First, you have to own a terabyte, and then second, you have to complete 5 of the client jobs as a VIP CEO or MC president. And I'll show you that in just a minute. And that's nice though. That means that you can buy this vehicle and not have to have the terabyte, but you won't be able to upgrade it. So you're going to want to get the terabyte for the upgrades and the modification. The client jobs you have to do are the ones that Paige has inside the terabyte. There's 6 of them. You only have to do 5 to get the trade price, which is $1,000,000 cheaper. All right. You can store it in any garage, which is nice, which we'll talk about that in just a minute. And this motorcycle or bike or broomstick or depressor or whatever you want to call it, this thing is really, really fun to drive. This is a, well, I guess you fly it, not drive it, but it is extremely agile. It's very, very nice. All right. Let's check out some of the modifications. So, of course, you got the armor, which you can max out at roughly 50 grand. There are countermeasures that you can add to it as well. Flares and chaff being your two most important. You have engine block, which is a minor cosmetic upgrade. You get the Vortex or just a stock engine. I mean, it's just totally up to you. You have the EMS upgrades naturally to add some performance to it. I would absolutely max out the performance. I mean, it's definitely worth it for this vehicle. If you're going to spend the money on it, definitely have it performing at its peak. It's got 21 liveries, and you're familiar with these liveries. It's a bunch of the camo and things like that. There will be other liveries coming into the game for these vehicles shortly, and that'll be probably in another drip feed week or whatnot. But we have plenty of liveries to go through. You can kind of customize that, add some flair to it if you'd like. So that's always nice to have, right? I mean, nothing wrong with that. With the respray, you have both primary and secondary. Now, obviously, the primary will cover the majority of the vehicle itself, and the secondary will pretty much be the trim, and you can also add your crew emblem to the side. Nice touch there. Now the weapons, this is the big thing right here. It comes stock with the pea shooters. You can also get explosive machine gun for 182,000 and some change, or the homing missiles for 119,000. You have a boost option on there where if you hit X, it'll activate the boost for a short period of time. That's the flares right there. You do have to come to a full stop to recharge it, but that's okay because this vehicle is pretty quick even without the boost. It's basically like a Deluxo and a Oppressor, had a baby. But I do think it is a little bit more, a little bit faster than the Deluxo. And we'll do some proper testing on that in another video. The homing missiles, though, are limited. You only get 20. I counted 20 homing missiles on here before they ran out. The explosive MG machine guns, I believe Tez said you get 750, and you'll see here in a minute I shot the hell out of those things and I didn't run out. So, but they are difficult to aim with. This is an example of how effective this vehicle can be for a money grinder. Here's a business battle we have going on. I'm able to get way out in front of the actual target vehicle. Just set up an ambush, drop him with the explosive shotgun, go over there, get into the vehicle, and it was me and another crew member, so I split it with him. He was having trouble getting this because you can't lock on with these or lock on weapons, right? So drove the vehicle just for a moment, and that makes it easier for you to blow the vehicle up and to split the actual packages. So did that. I took one and I let him take one as well, and that's it right there. So you're getting shot at like I am right here. Jump back on the Oppressor Mark II, boost up out of that area, and you're gone, man. And I'm gonna show you. I'm driving in real time all the way back to my nightclub. You see how agile and nimble it is. You're able to get through a whole bunch of different crevices, and it's actually pretty difficult to get knocked off of your vehicle. You can bounce around. Now you still can. You can get knocked off of it, but it's actually very stable. And it's pretty hard for you to, if you just bump into some walls and stuff, you're not going to fall off of it like you would a normal motorcycle. And as you see right here, I'm going to my nightclub. And that's without, the boost is just at the very beginning. But you see how agile and quick the Oppressor Mark II is. Once again, that's what I predicted. It'll be a money grinder's best friend. So now here are the explosive rounds of the machine gun. It does take a lot to get used to these. They're not very, there's not a high rate of fire with these. It's a very slow fire rate with this gun, and it takes about 3 rounds to a regular NPC vehicle to blow it up. So I don't see these as being very effective. I would definitely go with the homing rockets, even though you're limited to 20 of them. Which, let me know if you guys got a different number. I was doing a quick test on this, so but I counted 20. It may be a little bit more, but I believe it's just 20 on there for the homing rockets. But you can get those, and you can resupply those pretty quick just by sending your bike back and recalling it. So nothing wrong with that. It's not too hard. But yeah, more testing with the machine gun. You see how slow the fire rate is. But I shot a lot of rounds out of this, and it did not go away. So, but Tez did say it was a 750 round magazine, or a capacity for that. So here I'm getting some help by Psycho Dad. Appreciate it, man. I'm just kind of showing you how to, you're locking on. It is kind of difficult to lock on with the with your homing rockets. There's your flares right there, and it's not an easy vehicle to take down. You see right there, he popped the flares. The missile went off to the side, and even after you shoot it, it's weird. It's just it has a hard time locking on. Once again, that could be something that's just a bug or whatever. They could fix that. But if you get the right lock on, it'll definitely take it down. It only takes one explosive RPG or homing rocket to drop this. As you see right there, it's just weird how it locks on like that. It could be me, but I don't know. It's just kind of messed up. We were having some issues with that. But if you get a solid lock, as you see right here, I mean, it only takes 1 round. But remember, this thing is extremely agile. It's going to be very hard to track this vehicle and actually deliver a solid lock on with a homing rocket to take him out. Plus, if you do, he still has the flares. You can request the Mark II simply by calling your mechanic, which is very nice. You do not select the location that it's stored in, however, as you see me doing right here. You want to select the terabyte location. That is now kind of like a garage with just one vehicle for the Mark II Oppressor, and it will be delivered to you. Or if you're an MC president, you can simply just call it in like it would be an Oppressor, and it will spawn immediately right next to you, and you can also send it away. So big question, is it worth it? Does it take place of the Oppressor, the original Oppressor? In my opinion, I don't think it takes place of the Oppressor. If you're comfortable with that, you can stick with the Oppressor. However, this is a more efficient vehicle. It's easier to use. And like I said before in my prediction, I do think it'll be a money grinder's best friend. It is a very quick vehicle to get you around safely and with ease. It's much easier to control, and you don't fall off as easy as you do on the Oppressor, which is really nice. So is it do you have to, will it replace the Oppressor, the original? I don't think so, but I do think that a lot of people will find it easier to use and just as effective when however they actually play the game, whether they're griefers or if they're tryhards or if they're money grinders. Especially a money grinder will definitely help out. So I think it is something good to have. Do you have to have it immediately? No, but I would absolutely recommend getting this once you get the money built up and add this to your collection. You will find many uses for it. It's very, very advantageous, especially for your money grind. For example, the Oppressor, the original, can't go over water. This one can. It is a little bit delicate over water. You got to be careful with it, but you can do that. You can glide all the way across the map, so that really does come in handy. So if you guys got any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for the ills and reals content of the game. Make sure you smash that like button. You guys stay dangerous. Peace.